Was that stupid and bad? Be honest. Don't be honest. My feelings. I'm sensitive. If you've been on the internet the past week or so, maybe past 2 weeks, depending on when exactly this video gets posted, it's very likely you have seen or heard about Perez Hilton's most recent live stream, where he is very clearly going through some sort of mental crisis. If you've seen or heard about that, it's also very likely that you have seen the complete lack of empathy or sympathy towards Perez. And if you have no clue who he is, and this is your first introduction to who he is, you're probably extremely confused. So I'm going to attempt to kind of speed list off of all of his past controversies and issues, so you might be able to understand where some of these people are coming from with their lack of giving a gaff. Welcome back to Kate's Chit Chat. So, quick disclaimer, I'm going to be talking about some kind of heavy stuff in this video, obviously like topics of mental health and self-harm. I'm briefly going to talk about death and kind of sexualizing of minors and whatnot. If that's something that you don't want to hear anything about, then this video is not for you and you can click off. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, or whatever the hell. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about. I just wanted to give a quick little warning. And if you are sticking around, then let's begin. So to start, I'm gonna kind of describe the live stream if you're unaware. On August 4th, Perez Hilton went live on TikTok. He was fully nude and performing acts of self-harm. If you've not seen the video, I would not search for it. I would not go looking for it. I did see it and it was disturbing. To me, it looked like something out of a movie. Could it have been my brain was protecting me from ignoring the fact that I was literally looking at like gore? Maybe, but it was very surreal. I know that morbid curiosity gets the better of a lot of us. It obviously got the better of me. I'm going to explain it the best of my ability without getting too vulgar. So maybe I can help you guys, you know, quell that need to go look for something that you know you shouldn't be looking for. So essentially, like I said, fully nude. He's covered head to toe in blood, and when I say head to toe, I literally mean top of his head all the way down. Think like Carrie, but like times 12. It was bad, and there are numerous visible lacerations all across his body, and he is actively causing more with a sharp kitchen utensil, if you know what I mean. I only saw the video for maybe a few seconds before I was extremely like, ooh, I don't want to see that. But I did hear a clip of it where he's kind of, it's in the between groaning in pain and moaning in pleasure. It's disturbing. Point blank, it's just disturbing. There's also some clips where it seems that he was on some sort of joint live stream with 3 other individuals for at least a portion of this live stream, where they're kind of like telling him to stop and to not do it. How long that portion of the live stream went on for, I'm unsure. Allegedly the live stream went on for about 30 minutes before it was taken down by TikTok, or before TikTok intervened. And I'm not sure what exactly took place in the full 30 minutes. I'm not sure if he like started the live and he was already in the middle of his actions, or if he started the live and then started the actions. I'm not 100% sure, but from what I've gathered, it seems like he started the live and he was already kind of doing these things. Thankfully, his children weren't in the home with him. I don't believe any of his family were. And after those 30 minutes were up, eventually the Miami-Dade police were able to get him out of the house, and he was then Baker acted, which in Florida is an involuntary 72-hour hold. The most recent update from his family says that he is still in the hospital and his condition remains serious but stable, and they ask for privacy and respect at this time. So that's kind of like the base information for why he's viral currently and why I'm talking about it now. So after hearing all of that, and once again, if you don't know anything about Perez Hilton, you might be extremely disturbed and confused as to why people wouldn't be offering their sympathy for this man who's very clearly going through something that to some seemed to be a psychotic break of sorts. But when kind of going into his past and the controversies that he has dealt with, it starts to, make a little bit of sense. So, background on Perez Hilton. He is a celebrity blogger, and he started his famous, or infamous, depending on who you ask, his blogging site in 2004. If you don't know him from that, you may know him as Paris Hilton's brother, which he isn't, and maybe I'm a stupid idiot, but in my brain, Perez Hilton and Paris Hilton were like Ariana Grande and Frankie Grande. They were always related in my mind, but they are not related in the slightest bit. His name is not Perez Hilton. His name is Mario something. He's a junior. And he chose his name based off of Paris Hilton's name, kind of a play on words / mockery. They do have a relationship of sorts. I don't know what it is currently, but during kind of the height of his blog, they were friends, and it was evident through the fact that he very rarely commented negatively on Paris Hilton. He always kind of sung her praises, which is quite ridiculous and crazy because of how he spoke about literally everybody else, and you are going to see exactly what I mean in just a moment. I'm gonna try to go through these controversies in chronological order. I'm not sure if everything is the correct date or year, but I did my best. So here we go. A lawsuit was filed on behalf of Colin Farrell in July of 2005 after Perez posted a link to the actor's sex tape on his blog. Perez had a tendency to out celebrities he believed were gay. He commented on Lance Bass of NSYNC's sexuality before he came out in 2006, and he also commented on Patrick Neil Harris's sexuality before his 2006 coming out. And he is kind of accredited in both of those for somewhat pressuring the celebrities to come out and be open about their sexuality. Britney Spears appears numerous times on this list, but in 2007, following her divorce and during her own mental crises, he called her an unfit parent and a monster. Early 2007, he was criticized for ignoring Paris Hilton's racist and homophobic remarks that were caught on video. February 2007, a lawsuit filed against him after posting a topless photo of Jennifer Aniston. August 2007, Perez falsely reported the death of Fidel Castro, Cuba's dictator. October 2007, he was sued for leaking over 10 of Britney Spears' unreleased songs. And our final 2007 instance, he was involved in an ongoing defamation lawsuit for claiming that DJ Samantha Ronson planted cocaine in Lindsay Lohan's car. This next one is kind of what people are talking about the most, so you've probably heard this, but following Heath Ledger's passing in 2008, Perez came out with shirts with Heath Ledger's face on them with the text, "Why couldn't it be Britney?" underneath, and he sold those. Posted an article in 2008 about then 14-year-old Tallulah Willis, which said, quote, "Bruce Willis's youngest spawn, Tallulah, lets her butt all hang out. The pair share a smooch and a hug. He might as well give her a pat on the ass while they're at it. Bruce and Lula went shopping in West Hollywood on Sunday. If that were our fugly child, we would have bought her a pair of pants." Tallulah stated in a 2025 post just last year that Perez had been making comments about her since she was 13. Also, 2008, he made a post about actress Misha Barton, stating, quote, "Cellulite at 23 is never pretty, mushy boobies and cellulite thighs in full glory." And this was not a standalone event. He frequently body shamed Misha Barton. In 2009, he was a panel member for Miss USA, and he had asked one of the contestants her opinion on same-sex marriage, and when he didn't like the answer, he called her a dumb bitch. Why was Perez Hilton there is my question, but whatever. And then the 2009 Black Eyed Peas incident, which is a little confusing. So Perez Hilton claimed that one of the managers of the Black Eyed Peas physically assaulted him. And the way that the events played out is that Perez Hilton had been making comments about Fergie, Fergalicious, that's her full name. Perez had been making comments about Fergie on his blog, and at this event, will.i.am approached Perez and kind of confronted him about the things he was saying. And during this exchange of words, Perez decided to call will.i.am the F slur for some reason. He later admitted, I don't know exactly how far after the event, but at a later date he admitted that he considered calling will.i.am the N-word for a stronger reaction, but settled for a different slur instead. I don't know. But after this slur was said, Perez was then physically assaulted by someone. Once again, Perez believes or claimed that it was a manager of the Black Eyed Peas, but will.i.am said it was a fan of the Black Eyed Peas who attacked Perez. Who knows? Next, he claimed that Michael Jackson's death was a publicity stunt. In 2010, he posted an upskirt photo of then 17-year-old Miley Cyrus, which was blurred to make it appear like she wasn't wearing underwear. And when he was called out for this, he then posted another unblurred picture of Miley Cyrus to show that she was in fact wearing underwear underneath her skirt. Same year, another upskirt photo, this time of 16-year-old Taylor Momsen, because apparently you could see her tampon string. And peak celebrity gossip is a 16-year-old wearing a tampon. Obviously. Then in 2012, Matt Bomer came out as gay, and Matt Bomer was another individual that Perez heavily speculated the sexuality of, and Matt Bomer has said in more recent years that he felt kind of pressured by Perez to come out. In 2013, after Lady Gaga suffered a hip injury, Perez posted a picture of her in a wheelchair with Karma written across the screen, and another picture of Madonna holding a gun at her. Can I say that word? I don't know. Lady Gaga also accused him of stalking. What is kind of interesting about this is that Lady Gaga and Perez Hilton were friends for a very long time, but their friendship sort of fell out, and after they fell out, this is when this kind of controversy, I guess, occurred. And then we fast forward to just last year. Alec Baldwin's daughter Ireland posted this about Perez Hilton, quote, Perez Hilton has publicly humiliated my family for years, sexualized me from a young age, commented on my weight and body as a child, made unforgivable comments about the people in my family, drew jizz coming out of my mom's and friends' mouths, and has always been a despicable human being. But his children deserve better and a healthy father, and I'm so sad for all of them. I hope he gets the help he needs and heals. And then a few other things where I didn't get a specific year on. He apparently said that Adam Sandler's 14-month-old daughter, emphasis on the month aspect, needed to go on a diet and was ugly. And he also leaked intimate photos of Kesha, like right before she had some sort of performance, I believe. And then I went on the Wayback Machine to kind of look into his website, and here are some of the things I found. If you give me a minute to pull it up, because apparently I exited out of it because I'm an idiot. So the first thing I have is a quote from his website that says, I've called Britney's children allegedly slow and special because they totally are. I mean, I'm not sure, but it's a fact-based reality to think, it wouldn't surprise me if Britney Spears took drugs and consumed alcohol while she was pregnant. Next, this is an open letter to Britney Spears after a VMAs performance. It is long, but I'm going to read it in full so you really get the idea of how Perez Hilton spoke and conducted his business. This is his business. This is his job, his livelihood. This is how he acted on a public platform. So he has two pictures. I'm gonna put it here, but it's two pictures taken from the performance of Britney Spears with "You Suck" written on it. And firstly, she looks good as hell. She looks amazing. I just want to point that out first, okay? Here is my full and dramatic reading of an open letter to Britney Spears. Dear Britney, fuck you. Fuck you. We are insulted, offended, and disgusted by your performance at the VMAs. Are you fucking serious? What you did was disrespectful to your few remaining fans, and it was disrespectful to MTV. You didn't even try. You should have just canceled, bitch. Your performance was beyond pathetic. The old Britney Spears, who was at one point, a long time ago, truly great, would be embarrassed by your lack of professionalism and utterly shittiest appearance at the VMAs. Where was Chris Angel? Where was the magic? And by magic, we don't mean any tricks or illusions. You seem dead on stage. You have lost that spark and shine that used to ooze out of you. We all know you lip sync, but you couldn't even do that well at the VMAs. And you barely danced. You couldn't even get good hair extensions. You have no one to blame for your failure but you. There's more, hold on. There was no way you were going to be good. You were out partying every night before the VMAs for 3 days in a row until almost sunrise. You were probably still drunk and high during your performance. You almost tripped a few times, you fucking mess. No bullshit excuse. No bullshit excuse that you or your camp will come up with can make up for how pathetic your performance was. You heard Sarah Silverman was going to make fun of your kids and it upset you? Deal with it, or rise above it, or don't go on. A true professional will deliver, no matter what. Let's repeat that. It's worth repeating. Sorry. This is giving me like acid reflux. I can't. Let's repeat that. It's worth repeating. A true professional will deliver, no matter what. What you did was inexcusable. Your new manager, Jeff Quatinez, should be ashamed of himself. You have tainted his reputation and everyone at his company. The firm should run and hide. Your record label, Jive, must be thrilled. You should apologize to everyone, Brittany. You are pathetic. Fuck you. XOXO, Perez. P.S. Your beer belly looked hot. P.S. number 2, thank God for Alicia Keys. She is the real deal. She killed it. She's what the VMA should be all about. The music, the showmanship, and the professionalism. P.S. number 3, how badly did the Video Music Awards suck all around? P.S. number, no, I don't care about that one. P.S. number 5, we hope you are getting help, Brittany. Seriously, sincerely, you need help. We hope you have a good psychiatrist. So that was an open letter to Britney Spears. Oh, and then this was a picture of Khloe Kardashian taking a sip out of a drink, and it looked like he I didn't take a picture of the picture, sorry, but it looks like he drew like stuff coming out of her mouth to make it look like, you know, to make it look more sexual. I don't know how old she was in the picture, but it was like, I mean, it's early 2000s, so whatever. Khloe Kardashian sure knows how to suck down a drink. The international superstar enjoyed herself at Singerie nightclub in San Diego this past weekend. She'd probably let you piss on her. Like, okay. This one is, it's a picture of Michael Jackson and Joan Van Ark. Trying to say that they were separated at birth and they look alike. And written above Joan Van Ark is a slur against transgender people. So that's that. That's what I have. There's definitely more, but for like a little crash course on Perez Hilton, I'd say it's fairly good. So the choice is yours upon whether you want to express sympathy for this man now that you have all this information. And I personally haven't really decided how I feel about it. Perez Hilton was not a good person by any stretch of the means, and while he has expressed some regret for some of his past actions, it's hard to ignore the damage that he did. The early 2000s was a different time, and this sort of celebrity chatter was normal, but that doesn't make it okay, and Perez was like a figurehead in this community. He was like one of the first really He was one of the first really successful celebrity bloggers. Shit. As someone who struggles with mental health, it is upsetting to see somebody reach the point that Perez did. And as a #empath, I do feel bad. I feel horrible for his children and for those who saw the video and may have been affected by it. However, people online, hello?
Come help me out real quick.
Yeah. However, people online raise a great point. If this was a female celebrity in the early 2000s or 2010s, Perez would have mocked them extensively and would have spread the video even more so online. You can argue that it's not the 2010s anymore and that Perez has changed and it was in the past or whatever, but he is still a celebrity gossiper. His blog is still up and running to this day. He still comments on celebrities. He was commenting on Ariana Grande like just days before, if not the day before this live stream event happened. So he's not that far removed from what makes him so well known. Looking at him as just a person going through mental turmoil, it's horrible, it's heartbreaking. But when taking into account who he is and the type of person, it can make maintaining sympathy hard. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Sympathy can have limits, and I think that's okay. I am not up in arms about Perez Hilton. I'm not, you know, I don't think he should die, but I'm not like, oh my god, that's so sad. I just like, I'm like neutral, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really care either way. That sounds mean, but like, you know what I mean? He is not a good person. Do I think all bad people deserve to die and deserve horrible mental anguish? No. I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel about it. I mean, with all that being said, even though I feel like I just said fucking nonsense, with all that being said, I would love to know your guys' thoughts and what you feel about the situation, as long as we keep it relatively respectful in the comments down below. If you or anyone you know is struggling with mental health struggles, that's so redundant. If you or anyone you know is struggling with mental health, I'll have resources in the description below, as any good YouTuber would. And yeah, you can click off now if that's all you care about. I'm gonna talk about non-Perez Hilton nonsense for a few minutes. I'm just gonna talk about the channel. So if you don't want to hear that, that's fine. And if this is where we part ways, thank you, I love you. Maybe I'll see you next time. If you're still here, hey. So firstly, sorry for like the however many month gap it has been since my last video. What I was gonna like talk about in between then and now was the I'm Sorry Lily Torrance TikTok account, which is like promo for a horror movie that's coming out. But when I was writing the script, I like finished it, and then they started posting daily, and I just didn't feel like keeping up with it, and I knew it would be a really long video, and I don't really have the time for that, or the storage, so that's why I haven't been back. I don't have a mic yet. Apologies. I do plan on getting one soon. I have to, you know, do stuff though. I don't know when the next video is going to be. I know what I want to talk about. I want to make a video about Rahul Rai, if you know who he is. Yeah, I want to make a video about him. I haven't started the script yet. I plan on doing it soon, but I don't know when exactly that's gonna go up. I don't know when exactly this is going to go up even. But yeah, I have a next video planned already. It's kind of like a busy time right now. My junior year of college is about to start. I have like 2 weeks until the semester starts. And so that's gonna be my primary focus, obviously, but I will try to post. I do want to kind of venture out into more, I guess, genres of YouTube instead of just being like commentary associated. I eventually want to get like a cute little camera because I'm still filming on my phone. My fucking iPhone 13 mini. She's gonna... Anyways, I do eventually want to get like a little camera, and maybe I could vlog, maybe I could take you to school with me or something. I don't know. But yeah, if you have anything you want to see or hear me talk about, let me know in the comments down below. If you are a returning viewer from my Tyler catastrophe video, thank you so much. Yeah, I think I said everything I want to say. I feel a little like frazzle brained, so I don't know if anything I said in this video makes sense. Hopefully it does. I think that's all. I don't think this video made sense at all. I filmed it like 4 times, so second whatever, but hopefully I don't restart it and film it a 6th time because I've been talking for 30 minutes straight. Okay, whatever. I think that's all. Goodbye, I guess. I should really work on an outro, but who cares? Goodbye!